Hi, my name is Frederick Variel, and my topic is psychology. And I chose psychology because the human brain, in my opinion, is very interesting and it's very complex. And there are still some mysteries and things that we're not sure about in our own brain, which leads to experiments and leads to very interesting experiments that are very interesting to look at. And so the first source that I looked at was a TED Talk by a guy named Tim Urban. He's a blogger, and he uh, spoke and shared about a hypothesis that said, pretty much, that stated that the brain of a procrastinator is very different to a brain of a normal person, a non-procrastinator. And he said that procrastinators have this extra element of instant gratification compared to non-procrastinators, and sometimes it can completely like ruin things that you have to do, like work that you have to do for a school project or whatever. The second source I looked at was uh, the movie. It's a documentary about the Stanford Prison Experiment. It was a movie made in 2015, but the experiment took place in the 1970s, and pretty much it was volunteers, just normal people, and they split them up. And it was 24 people, and they were split up into two groups: 12 prisoners and 12 prisoner guards. And the point of the experiment was to find out if the prisoner guards would assault or abuse of the prisoners, and they were trying to figure out if the human brain has a natural capacity of evil. Like if you were given unlimited power over a dehumanized group, would you abuse them? Is the human brain capable of that on its own? And a lot of people, and a lot of people use a Stanford prison experiment as proof that this is true, and a lot of other people criticize the Stanford prison experiment, saying that there are some other factors that were not taken into account, and so the experiment isn't 100% accurate, and you can't use it as proof to say that human brains are naturally evil. The third source that I looked at was how the human brain and our spine work in tandem while we're sleeping. So pretty much the human brain releases builds up a lot of waste in your brain when you spend the whole day thinking. And while you're sleeping, your spine will release fluids into your brain to clean out that waste. And it will help you have a clear mind the next day, and it'll help you store memories from that day. And it's very interesting to see how the brain works with other parts of your body. And the fourth source was debating whether the human brain would ever be replaced by AI, and comparing the two. And the person that wrote the article that I looked at said that the human brain has empathy and sympathy naturally, and has emotions naturally, and has a perspective into the future naturally. And for that reason, the the human brain can never be replaced by AI, because for AI, those things just aren't possible. Like you can program it, but it's not possible naturally, and so you can't replace the human brain with AI. But some people have very different opinions about that. Some people will say that AI will completely replace human brains in the next years. But the source that I'm really gonna focus on in this slideshow is a Stanford prison experiment. And so, yeah.